This is a weakening question and we have to argue against the implementation of the suggestion. The implicit conclusion is that teaching high schoolers how to write poetry will help them recognize the artistic value of poetry. The missing link is between high schoolers being taught how to write the poetry and the conclusion that the high schoolers will be able to recognize the artistic value of poetry. Our broad expectation from the correct answer choice is that it should weaken the conclusion that after the high schoolers are taught how to write poetry, they will be able to recognize the artistic value of poetry. Answer choice A. The argument is concerned with whether high schoolers will be able to recognize the artistic value of poetry. Whether they end up writing any poems of literary significance is out of scope. So let's eliminate this answer choice. Answer choice B. This answer choice says that the suggestion is based on studies from 5 schools in the same city. If this is so, it indicates that the suggestion is limited in scope. However, this answer choice makes no suggestion regarding whether high schoolers will be able to recognize the artistic value of poetry. So this answer choice simply adds information and does not weaken the conclusion. So let's eliminate this answer choice. Answer choice C. The argument is concerned with high schoolers recognizing the artistic value of poetry after they have been taught how to write poetry. Information regarding more people enjoying music than enjoying poetry. This piece of information is just additional information and does not weaken the conclusion. So let's eliminate this answer choice. Answer choice D. This answer choice says that formal training in the writing of poetry is not necessary to actually write poetry because there are some poets who do not have such training. However, this answer choice makes no suggestion regarding whether the high schoolers will be able to recognize the artistic value of poetry if they are taught how to write poetry. So this answer choice is just additional information and does not weaken the conclusion. So let's eliminate this answer choice. Answer choice E. This answer choice says that traditional education enables practical skills in performing music but does not evaluate the intrinsic artistic value of musical compositions. If this is so, it is likely that even after high schoolers are taught how to write poetry, they may be able to have some practical skills in writing poetry but may not be able to evaluate the intrinsic value of poetry. So this answer choice weakens the conclusion that after this training of how to write poetry, the high schoolers will be able to recognize the artistic value of poetry. E is the correct answer choice.